I've been in plenty of classes where the instructor says, I know we're out of time, but let's do just one more drill, one more song, one more this, one more that. The new person in class has been going, I've been waiting for it to end since it started. Okay, so steps for our success. So during the month of June, that's when, or actually May, we went to MOSSA headquarters in Atlanta and we talked to them, and that's when they really got us excited about this program and where it can go. So right now, months of July and August, we're talking to you guys about it. We're educating about where we want to go with this. The months of September and October, we will start our first 2 trainings. MOSSA has 8 different formats. We are not going to launch them all at one time. We don't think we're going to flip everything on its head. This is going to be a slow addition progression. Okay? Won't feel much different than how we shake up schedules every January. Putting something new in it, adding a different instructor, trying something different out. But this time it will just be a more consistent release of classes instead of, hey, I thought I'd try something new. In November and December, because those are holiday months, those will be times for us to practice and start educating the members to let them know what's coming on. And then we will launch our very first 2 MOSSA programs in January. They will not be the last 2 that we will launch, they are the first 2. The first 2 that we're going to be launched is called Strength Train. It is known in MOSSA as Group Power. It is a plate-loaded class using barbells with weights, using plates separated from the barbell, and also body weight as well. The second one is Defend, and it is a martial arts and kickbox-based format. For those of you who teach kickbox and for those of you who teach step, you know that they happen to be dying formats with all over the world, not just here. But everywhere. And why is that? Because if you look around, I couldn't tell you the last time I had a 20-year-old come up to me and said, I really like to learn to teach step or kickbox. Choreography has been falling by the wayside. And so as those of us who teach those formats are aging, I'm not going to be doing this on my step bench when I'm 75. Okay, so we've got to be able to teach new people to come in, learn this choreography that they don't have to develop on their own because it's already been tried and true and practiced. The music has been paired with it perfectly, and it creates a very energizing experience. So something for everybody. Like I said, we have the different formats. They go anywhere from Strength Train Together. We have Defend. We'll be launching those 2. The next one that we will bring on is called the Active. That's the 20-20-20, which is great for new people who are just coming in, where they tend to have that exercise ADD and don't want to stay for an hour-long class that does the same thing over and over and over. You get a little bit of everything. It's great for our seniors, it's great for our youth because it's a great way to introduce them to new styles without being committed to an hour-long experience. It does not include every single format, so we are not going to be taking yoga classes off the schedule, okay? We know those are highly successful. Athletic conditioning, there is not a style similar to that, all right? However, there is a, let's see, it is called, there is a flexibility class. It is Flex and Core, so it is a mobility core strengthening class. There is a core blast class, 30 minutes of core training. There is a cycle format. There is a step format. Not all association branches may bring in all 8 programs. We're going to start with a few that are going to be launched at all association branches for consistency from one branch to the next, because what we hear is, hey, well, I went up north and I did this, and I came down here, has the same class title, very different experience. So we want to create that consistency across the branches. But there will be some individuality from some branches as well. So everyone wants to know, so what does this mean? So extremely, extremely cost effective. If you guys have ever gone to a major workshop series and you've spent a day or 2 days there, hundreds of dollars, totally gone. The first 2 we're launching, like I said, are the Strength Train Together and Defend Together. It's a 3-day workshop. So even if you've never taught strength training, never taught kickbox, you could jump into that training, and in 3 days, with some practice on your own outside of it, you would be able to teach that format. Okay? It's $150 for a 3-day workshop. Times are listed down here for about how long it is. So it is a long and lengthy training. So some of you may say, well, I want to do that. I want to get on board. I want to do one of these new formats. But no, on the other side, we're also going to be recruiting people who don't currently teach. If you've ever taken a class and had someone walk up to you and say, I'd love to teach a class, but I don't think I could do it. This is the style of format that we can bring a novice instructor into, train them in 3 days, have them practice with some other instructors who do have some experience, and they could be a successful instructor for us down the line. So 3-day trainings, we're starting there. That's our strength train, our defend, and balance and flex. Excuse me, that's the name of it. The 2-day trainings are the active, groove, and ride, or R30. And then the 1-day training is the core training. So it's essentially $50 per day of the course. Now, a lot of CECs go along with this. ACECs are anywhere from 2.0 to 2.7, which if you're an ACE instructor, that equates to, that accounts to about 20 hours to 27 hours of credit. If you are an AFA instructor, it's anywhere from 14 to 17 hours of credit. If you're a YUSA instructor, the ACE hours credit over, so you're getting a lot of CECs for your, so in one of these, you fulfill your entire 2-year obligation. Now, what's on top of that? There is a video assessment fee. So once you've done this, within 90 days, you video yourself actually teaching the class, not similar to this, and then you send it into MOSSA. And they let you know you're doing a great job, you've passed, or let's try that again, this is what needs some work. Because we will be training in teams, hopefully we won't have anybody with a returned assessment fee. Then there's a quarterly program release. So every quarter, they release a new workout. It comes with the choreography, it comes down with the breakdown, it comes with alternative tracks, and it gives you the music as well. So you are fully trained via DVD, and then you also have a CD for your music, as well as a booklet of all information breakdown. It is $34 per quarter for all of that, and as I was explaining on the last time, for the 3 different music apps that I use, I spend more than $34 a quarter on music alone. That doesn't include my time that I develop my choreography on my own time. So it really is very cost effective. I did inquire, does the quarterly releases, do they happen to ever include CECs? And they said, yes, we actually award CECs once or twice a year just for purchasing the quarterly releases as well. So again, that is just helping to filter itself back out. Now, I will tell you another part. For those of you who only want to teach one format, you could actually let your primary group exercise certification go. Okay? If you decide that you like one of these formats so much, it's all you want to teach, you could let your group exercise primary go, keep up with your quarterlies, and we will accept that in lieu of a primary certification. For a novice person coming in, we will allow them to go through a MOSSA training without obtaining a primary certification. Because these trainings are so comprehensive and so specific to that training, we don't feel that the need to add the additional certification is necessary. However, they would only be able to teach the certifications in which the courses they've completed. So you can't take a group strength train together course and then go teach the cycle format. That doesn't work. For those who are current Les Mills instructors, there is a crossover. So they actually will only need to start with a video assessment fee. You do not have to take the course itself. You can do the video assessment and move straight into it. For those who are LMI instructors now, there actually is a transitional incentive package. Depending on how many people we have sign up for the workshops and how many people we have transitioning, there may be a significant discount on that video assessment fee and the release fee as well. Right, one of the great things that I loved about the MOSSA training is that, and this is just from looking at the video training, I've reviewed them all, and when you're looking at the video training, there is always the average participant, which is what we're supposed to be teaching to. Then you also have your beginner or inexperienced participant and an experienced participant. So right off the bat, they're giving you the modifications for this is level 1, this is how you take it down a notch, this is how you take it up a notch. There's also a prenatal component that they will give you for anyone you have coming into your classes that is pregnant. That doesn't happen. Usually people walk in and they say, I'm brand new, and on the fly, you as an instructor are going, this is how I modify up. Someone who says, this isn't hard enough for me, you're figuring out how to do it on the other side. They are providing you with that information already. So our implementation. Our plan is to have each of these programs on our schedules at each of the branches 6 to 10 times a week. It's very different. Some of our branches have as few as 20 classes on the schedule, whereas others have as many as 180. Okay, so very big difference on that. So again, we're not talking about changing our entire schedule and just flipping it over. We're talking about adding it to the schedule 6 to 10 times a week per format. very much like we would do in changes for a traditional January schedule to spice things up. It gives a positive impact on the schedule. It gives our participants at least twice a week to take that new class, to try something out. And as you guys know, the more often you take it, the more likely you can commit to it, the more likely you're going to see changes in your body. We have to schedule it often enough to meet demand, because from everything that we're hearing, it will be in high demand. All of the companies that we talked to, all of the YMCAs across the country, said they doubled, if not tripled, attendance within that 1 year. So we are expecting a high demand to be walking into these. We're planning to train at least 6 instructors per format per facility. You may teach at multiple facilities, but we're looking for at least 6 instructors to send to these per format so that we have backups. I don't know how many times you guys have known that we've done a small trademark format, doesn't have a large instructor base, and next thing you know, we're flipping it out. I'll take this instead of that. Instead of this, I'll take that. Just trying to work it in. So we want to make sure that because we're putting so many classes on the schedule, that not only do we have the instructors to support it, but we also have the substitute instructors to support it as well. So right now, this is what we're talking about. We have our freestyle classes. That is 90% or more of what our schedule is right now. Freestyle classes are classes that you guys design on your own, you create on your own, you put your music to it on your own, and you launch it on your own. That is the majority of our schedule right now. At the end of 2017, our goal is that 20 to 25% will flip over to this pre-programmed style. By the end of 2018, it will occupy 50% of the schedule. And for most branches, that is where it will stop. We love our freestyle classes. We're not telling you guys that you guys aren't doing a good job and we're not bringing people in. We've been very successful. We've done a great job bringing people indoors. A lot of classes are maxed out. Everybody's happy, except for the people that